John McNeil. You can't have change without disruption. I'm going to say it again. You can't have change without disruption. I got some definitions I want to read off, and then I'm going to get into the video. Change itself. First definition. Make someone or something different to alter or modify. Replace something with something else, especially something of the same kind that is newer or better. Substitute one thing for another. To undergo transformation or transitioning. So to undergo transformation or to transition. And also I want to give you a definition of disruption. Disruption, it means disturbance or problems which interrupt an event or activity or process. Disturbance or problems which interrupt an event, activity, or process. A radical change to an existing behavior that is causing internal or external pain. I need for you to pay attention because you can't have change without disruption. Example, if you just did a geographical change from one city or town to a new place, there it is in the beginning process. You're adjusting, you're homesick, you're feeling like you don't know anyone. That's change that's causing a disruption to your usual familiar environment and people that you interact with. Please do not sabotage and cause harm to your change that can be beneficial for you. You no longer have to be afraid to feel the discomfort. But if you want something different and you're truly trying for the best, then you want to endure this. Put some good people in your life, but at the same time, change your thinking. Because what's familiar in the thinking will tend to have you continue to be the same person you was before you did the geographical change. When there are radical behaviors of events, activities, that's just simply allowing an individual, not just those that are continuing to abuse substance, but let's talk about you abuse yourself, you abuse your patterns, your people. When I talk about patterns, because those are the things that create this consistent ritual that maybe a suffering situation has woken you up to say you want something different. But let me tell you, practicing change is going to give you disruption to what's usually common known as your regular way of living. You got to grow up in this process. Well, you don't have to. You can choose to. But if you choose not to, then you copping out and allowing yourself to stay in the regression of the ritual or routines that you're commonly known to be unhappy, broken, sad. These are emotional feelings that has to take place, and a lot of times you're unwilling because you lack courage to endure your own feelings, which is necessary for change. Change to improve is not going to have you being socially accepted by even new people you meet. They can only be able to accept you when you accept yourself and show a building of consistency to change you. But you may not want to because there are other entities like fear that will cause you to paralyze yourself, and the paralyzation says that you can go back to what you're familiar with and you stay in the struggle. Life itself will continue to show up and force change on you. You can choose not to accept it and be in a suffering state, or you can choose to accept it and be in a disruptive state, but it'll give you growth and allows you to accumulate a new characteristic about yourself, some better strengths, or let's talk about healing from trauma and hurt. But it is something that only the individual have the ability to recognize and choose to actually apply. But don't throw yourself away. I'm just giving you this information because it was laid in my thinking, laid in my heart for some people like myself to be able to understand when change comes, it creates a disruption. When change comes, it causes not only myself but others to actually adjust, because I'm familiar and very much aware is that no matter how much change I've been making in my life, let me make a mistake to those who are familiar with my change, then here come ridicule, here come judgment, and receiving it, rather it's through direct or hearsay, it penetrates or affects me to a point where now doubt will kick in. And doubt is truly an instrument of a lack of self-acceptance, and you will find yourself running around or sitting still, isolating, withdrawing, not being the best person possible, because once again, change has put you in a position to elevate, to move forward. It is your right to decide what it is that you want. If you don't want good things, and I'm not talking about good things on a monetary, I'm talking about good qualities of self, to be able to really get in touch with some real joys, then you're going to continue complaining. You're going to continue finding excuses to stop practicing learned behaviors, which anything learned can be stopped. Unfortunately, you won't forget, but you have the ability, if you're actually practicing, to choose better. So this way your performance, even when those who are used to you in that manner of being the old, will have to actually get practice with accepting the new you, because you're practicing. It's a beautiful thing when you continue to do that. And I'm going to say it again. Even when I do wrong, there will be those who don't agree with it. How about when I'm right, but in the belief of anyone outside of me, everybody has an opinion. I just need to be sure that I am being consistent, so this disruption doesn't turn into negative and I'm the one receiving the suffering consequences. No matter who else is involved getting hurt, they'll move past theirs, but I'll carry mine, and then I'm in a volcano process. Oh, you don't know what the volcano process is? That means suppressing, compounding, and the next thing you know, it'll take the smallest thing before I erupt, and the eruption will be justifiable in my brokenness, and all I'm doing is creating decay and suffering upon myself. And then my consequences that I'll be eating or I'll be enduring will wear me down, and then I'm finding myself to be hopeless. Is that what you want for yourself? If not, allow yourself to endure the change that will come with a disruption, because it should be able to be a disruption because you're striving to do something different. I say this and I hope that it reaches someone. Do yourself a favor. Connect with resources that can strengthen you. Don't always isolate. There's a difference between spending personal time with self versus isolation. You are worth it. But if you got behaviors or you got activities that are very, very dangerous or negative to you, you have to become willing to find a way to change them. I hope I said something that helps someone with this information. Until the next video, helping other people evolve is what we do. Thanks for tuning in.